Yo, what is good, Jets Nation? Welcome back to Jets Media. Today is a fantastic day for Jets Nation. As we all know, last night the New York Jets hired a brand new head coach. Robert Saleh will be the next Jets head coach. And also Mike LaFleur will be the Jets offensive coordinator. So in this video, I basically want to talk about why I feel like Joe Douglas and Christopher Johnson nailed their head coaching hire with Robert Saleh and why I feel like this is the beginning of change for the Jets. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you thumbs it up. With that being said, let's get right into this video. So as you guys know, all throughout the season, I was making content during the terrible New York Jets year of nightmare, darkness. It was depressing. It was the worst season that Jets fans could ever imagine. But I always tried to tell you guys the light at the end of the tunnel will come eventually. And here we are today. We got somebody that will completely change the environment, the energy, and the persona of the New York Jets organization. Christopher Johnson and Joe Douglas said couple weeks ago when they initially fired Adam Gase, they want to bring in a guy who checks off every box, who is a high character guy, really good communicator that can coach the entire squad, a CEO type of coach, and that will basically be a leader of men. Well, Robert Saleh is exactly that, and we got him. It was a really anxious. I felt really anxious throughout this entire coaching search because I wanted him, and then he left the building. We don't know if he's going to come in or not, and it was a nightmare. But at the end of the day, we get our guy. So in this video, I kind of want to talk about and break down why I feel like Jets fans deserve to be very excited and what to expect this offseason, what to expect in his first season as a Jets head coach, and all that good stuff. So as we know, all over the media right now, the topics that people are talking about are the Jacksonville Jaguars hiring Urban Meyer and the New York Jets hiring Robert Saleh. So those are the two things people are talking about. I think that this is going to open so much opportunities for the Jets via free agency. We are a hot market now. People want to come play for us because all the 49ers players are raving about this guy. Richard Sherman, everybody is tweeting out saying, you guys don't understand how much of a great dude he is, how much of a great leader of men he is, and he's just a player's coach, high energy. We all know that, but it's just refreshing to see that Jets fans are rejoicing over this hire, most of them, and we're happy about it because 2 years ago when we hired Gase, we all know it was a nightmare. Everybody hated the move, and you go on Instagram, you see the NFL post about the news that the Jets got Salah, and you look at the comments. Russell Wilson's commenting, that's a great hire. All these NFL players are like, wow, the Jets got it right. And there's a bunch of fans saying, like NFL fans that are not Jets fans saying, wow, the Jets actually made a good move. So finally, the New York Jets are looking like we're trending upwards. It feels like Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, everybody in the NFL media are talking about the Jets in a good light. And that means that they all think that this guy could be the head coach for the future and that can change the intensity and the culture for the Jets. So what to expect in the offseason, right? We have a lot of cap space, second in the league. We have the second overall draft pick. We also have the 23rd overall draft pick. So there's going to be a lot of moves to be made. I'm expecting them to go heavy defense in the offseason, especially because we got a defensive-minded coach. And obviously we got a brand new offensive system coming in. So the big question is, what are we doing about the quarterback? What do we do? I know Jets fans are divided on whether we keep Sam Darnold or whether we move on and draft a quarterback. Me personally, I'm right in the middle. I'm not favoring either way, and I know people don't want to hear that and thinking that's like a way where I can just be happy either way, but that's how I look at it. Personally, if you disagree, that's okay. Whatever Joe Douglas and Salah thinks is best for this organization, I'm going to be behind. If they decide to draft a quarterback in Justin Fields or Zach Wilson, I'm all for it. If they decide Sam Darnold is going to thrive under LaFleur's system, then I'm all for it because I personally believe that Sam Darnold still has a lot of juice left in the tank, and he's just a product of Adam Gase, and he just regressed beyond comprehension. And if you look at Baker Mayfield, for example, he looked like a bust his second year. He looked terrible. He brings in another coach in Stefanski, and now Baker Mayfield's in a divisional round in the playoffs. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but Sam Darnold's still 23. If the Jets decide to keep him, I'm okay with that. If the Jets decide to move on from Sam Darnold and they decide to draft a quarterback like Justin Wilson, or I said Justin Wilson, or Zach Wilson or Justin Fields, I'm okay with that. You know, I'm in the middle. So that's where I'm at. Let me know what you guys think they should do at the quarterback position. But on the defensive side of things, we lack a lot of depth on the cornerback spot. We don't know about the safety position because Marcus May is a pending free agent, and we need an edge rusher, right? I think our interior defensive line is ready to wreak havoc under him. I feel like Quinnen Williams is destined to become a star in this league. We're just an edge rusher away from becoming a top 5, top 10 defense. That's how dominant this interior defensive line is for the New York Jets. I'm excited to see what LaFleur is going to bring to this offense because it's kind of similar to what Jeremy Bates ran. He's from the Shanahan tree as well, and Darnold thrived under there as a bootleg type of West Coast offense, and I love that. I feel like that suits him perfectly. It also suit a guy like Zach Wilson good. I feel like Justin Fields will fit. I mean, it's just a really good offense. So whatever quarterback we have in that system, I'm okay with it. And for the people saying like, oh no, we shouldn't have hired a defensive-minded coach that's going to bring in an upcoming offensive coordinator like Mike LaFleur, because what if in 2 years LaFleur leaves for a head coaching gig? Are you kidding me? Sign me up for that. That means that Mike LaFleur is that good enough to leave the Jets for a head coaching position. That means the Jets are in the playoffs. That means the offense is a top 10 offense in the league, and the Jets are playing well. Sign me up for that. I don't understand people that are like, yeah, what are we going to do if he leaves for a head coaching gig? That happens all the time. If you're a good franchise, your coordinators are going to get head coaching gig somewhere else. That's the reality of the league. I mean, again, sign me up for that. Are you kidding me? I feel like every Jets fan would be okay with that, to be honest. I feel like if that does happen, which is like 2 years from now, who knows what will happen in 2 years, and Mike LaFleur does leave for a head coaching gig, then we'll have somebody under him who's learning the system, like a quarterback's coach or a passing game coordinator. Somebody under LaFleur will be learning behind him and can take over that offensive coordinator role when he leaves. It's not the end of the world. I'm okay if that happens. But back to Robert Salah and what I feel like he's going to bring to this Jets. He just brings a different persona and energy to the squad. And I just love how every single Jets fan, not every single one, but 90% of them are behind this. And we know what happened 2 years ago with Gase. It was a complete nightmare. And do I expect the Jets to turn it around right away and make the playoffs this year? That's a little unrealistic, to be honest. I'm not going to be delusional and think that we're a playoff team winning the AFC East all of a sudden, because that's not realistic. Could it happen? Of course it could happen. Anything can happen in the NFL. But the AFC East is now a defensive juggernaut division. We got Brian Flores coaching the Miami Dolphins, defensive-minded guy. Sean McDermott, defensive-minded guy for the Buffalo Bills. We know about Bill Belichick, and now Robert Saleh is a defensive coordinator for the 49ers, now the head coach for the New York Jets. So this is going to be a defensive-heavy AFC East, and it's going to be a fun one. But listen, if you look at the teams that were struggling and they brought in the right head coach and they turned it around quickly. Brian Flores, for example, for the Miami Dolphins. They fired Adam Gase. Gase completely was terrible in Miami in his last 2 years, and they hire Brian Flores. He looked good in his first year, and then his second year, supposed to be a rebuild year, they go 10-6. Look at the Browns with Kevin Stefanski. His first year, they're in the playoffs divisional round. That's what a really good head coach can do for a franchise. So for the Jets to get a guy like Robert Saleh to come in here, I think that he could potentially turn this organization around a little quicker than we can expect, especially because we have a lot of talent in place and a lot of things working for us. We have that second overall pick. We got the second most draft capital. The second most cap space and a lot of draft capital. And I feel like the Jets' options are endless. I feel like we're going to have a lot of new starters and expect a lot of former 49ers to come in here because he's a really good head coach and in the making. Obviously, he has not done anything yet, so we cannot crown him and say you're our savior without him winning any football games yet. There's still a lot of moves to be made. The biggest decision will be that quarterback position. I'll make more videos about that in the future. But yeah, I want to make a quick video about my thoughts of all this because this was crazy. Last night, the news broke. I already made a bunch of videos on it last night, but I definitely want to talk about it again because this is awesome. Jets fans, feel happy. We should be very proud that we got a brand new head coach. Hopefully, he can be the guy for the future, and him and Joe Douglas can make the New York Jets a team to be reckoned with. Let's go, Jets. Let me know your comments down below what your expectations are for him and your overall expectations for the New York Jets organization with this brand new coaching hire, because I'm excited and expect more Jets content. Let's go, Jets. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.